All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dorohedoro, Season 1, Episode 9. A death game festival. Hell yeah.
To get connected in a partnership with a
Right.
devil with one of N's family.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
We got our new
Okay.
costumes, and including Kaiman, who's infiltrating, and
This is true.
now it's begun.
Yeah.
And
it's
Noe
a
got surprise
buffet
attacked.
for Kaiman, really. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So many sorcerers.
All
just-
you can eat.
Yeah.
And they're going to be killing each other, so if you also start killing them,
It's a win-win.
you'll blend right in. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I love it because it feels kind of like the zombie episode, where it's a convenient way to basically have Kaiman be involved in a kind of a violent situation
Yep.
where no one's questioning basically what he's doing. But the idea of this being just kind of a world thing. No.
Yep.
Like, this is something for the N family, yes, but partners with devils?
Devil approved, like sanctioned. How does that work?
So that you can reach the full potential of your magic? What?
This will be interesting.
I want explanations for this. We
Yeah.
probably will get something, but I want like an actual explanation. Like,
Also, I really want to see how that whole surprise attack on Noe goes, because I'm so
looked like
not
it worked.
worried. Well, it looked like it worked, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm so not worried about her. Like
yeah.
like
yes.
I don't think can she die? Like probably. But,
Yeah.
like yeah. So that'll be interesting to see what
she
happens
does have
there.
kind of the perfect kind of general rule, game balance breaking thing of usually the healers that they could save others from death, but not themselves.
Nope, not this situation
But
here.
but
no.
but with Noe, no, it's
Yeah.
She
One does
too
not
thick.
simply kill Noe. Yeah,
No,
exactly. She is
exactly.
definitely too thick. Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
やめたこの格好してるとどんどん雑用を押し付けられる早くリスを探さにゃ
Oh my god! How unlucky was that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's not unconscious. Okay.
Right.
トゲが
Oh no! And he completely forgot about what he was originally here for.
Yep. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, what a badass!
Yeah!
You got a sniper, Jacob.
Because bullets wouldn't be enough. No way!
What?
No way!
You're kidding me!
I love it!
Keikaku Dori.
I love how impractical it is too. Like, alright, we're gonna put a bunch of syringes onto a chandelier and then
Yeah.
shoot the chandelier chain. Like,
All the syringes fall and land flat like this, you
well,
know?
or they're falling and then it takes long enough to fall that Shin just steps to the side. Like, you know. Like if he can block them shot from a sniper, you know,
Right.
or just regular gravity is not
Sure,
gonna do it.
I just find it silly because it's like, why would the syringes fall straight, like perfectly straight?
Maybe they're like attached to the chandelier. So
They are, I think, but that's
so
the
that way
point.
they're like.
But then they would actually move a lot more, like...
Some will, you know, yeah. Oh, but that's right. Nikaido's not here for this.
You are what you eat, after all, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's true. And he will only eat Nikaido's gyoza.
No, that is not a euphemism. Yeah.
興味あるんで
For the audience's sake.
Did the transmutation wear off?
話してやるか
Flower smoke. Let's get N's backstory.
Yes.
打撃のこのトッピングが好評
あの
Yeah.
その店である日事件が起き
Oh my god, what is that armor, Jacob?
Yeah,
Look
I
at
love
that.
it.
Wait, is that Noe?
I get the feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
食い逃げは許さ
Yeah.
ねえ金払
Oh no, is Noe like a hero of justice or something?
Something. I mean, I always... right. I knew I liked Noi, but her taste is impeccable.
関係ねえだろ魔法は使えるぜ
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me heal
She's
them
gonna
for
heal
you.
him.
Just like that.
Yep. Oh my god. So much for that armor.
いつかするよ
I'll pay you back for healing my arm someday. Wait. Wasn't that a kill shot? Wow.
I love Noi.
I love it.
魔法は破壊系なぜ俺のところで働こうと思ったんだ
The ramen's really good.
食い口を稼ぐためですがしかしなんでラーメン屋に殺し屋が必要なんですかね
Yeah.
俺はラーメン屋じゃないラーメンはビジネ
This
ス
is for my money laundering, by
Right.
the way. Yeah.
いとこは悪魔になるために150キロの甲冑を
In order to become a devil.
Wait, what?
Literally? No.
Figuratively.
Figuratively. The church.
餌をやる修行をしている
Okay.
What is happening?
Yeah. And apparently that armor is 150 kilograms?
ノイに伝えてくれ修行は最終段階に入ると
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa,
And it just
whoa.
disappears?
園のクリーナーやることになったんだ
Cleaner.
Yeah. And with the blood spatter on his...
こだわり
Yeah.
町お前女だったのかよ
園から聞いてなかったのか
That they bond over some ramen.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
uh-huh.
so wholesome.
食い終わるのが遅い方がここの感情を持つってのはどうだ
いいぜやろうやろ
んじゃごちそうさ
Get wrecked.
Yep.
君の修行は最終段階に来たこれから1年絶対に魔法を使ってはいけない
Interesting.
Gotcha.
こんにちは
The song.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Literally. This is the song! How would you want to bet that's N singing it? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
園が歌ってる
yes, yes,
イメージ
yes!
ソング
I knew it! I knew it!
ちなみにこの歌は結構売れたんだ
That song was pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
シンは参加するだろ
何者だてめえら
I love how Shin's filled out like so much. Oh my god!
Okay.
So now she's gonna have to use magic here.
お前は逃げろ
Because you can't use magic.
修行が終わるんだからな
Oh my god. 3 days, that's
あい
it?
つらブルーナイトで
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh no. Oh! Oh crap, she's gonna save his
Yeah,
life!
yeah. Uh-huh.
That's his bottom half
Wow.
down there. Oh! Oh!
Damn, okay.
手を直してくれたれよいつか
Yeah!
I don't suppose you can hold on for 3 days.
ノイの試験は無効になる
Wow!
Okay.
自己嫌悪して
Is
る
it
暇は
that
ない
big of a deal though?
新しい
Yeah.
クリーナーが入っ
I'm guessing it's something where she can't just repeat it another year.
Yeah. Like she can never take it again.
Ah,
シン
Wow.
先輩
nice.
Oh.
Nice.
ブルー
Oh.
ライトも今日で終わりか
なんだこのブヨブヨした丸い物体
それで二人はパートナーになったんだね
俺はノイがファミリーに入ったのでウハウハだった
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so it worked.
あの野郎どこ行きやがった私や俺よ
Oh!
Ah.
Hey! Get wrecked.
本当にふざけた野郎だ
何か出してくれよ
今疲れててちょっとお金あげますから夜店で何か買ってきたらどうですか
You're an artist. Can you draw me? Okay.
What a hilarious turn of events. Oh my god.
While all this serious stuff is happening, Kaima's just going around.
That's
Ow.
a monster. Oh my god,
The same guy? Wait.
Wait.
No way.
No.
Oh my god, I love it. Yes. Yes.
Wait, we're coming all the way back. You ruined my gyoza!
Yeah.
God, he's just an idiot. Ah! This is how things escalate!
Yeah. It's like, but boss, you just fired me. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit!
What is he gonna make? Wait. Wait.
Oh!
Oh no. Oh. Oh man. Is that where noise being kept? Yep.
Whoa! Wow! So, is the head like sprouting? Oh, yeah! Whoa!
He just got a full body.
Yeah! Oh my god! Everything is popping into... Ah!
I love it.
Oh my god. Okay. Dang.
All right.
Everything is
Everything's
coming together, man.
No way.
Oh my god.
No way.
Ah!
No.
What?
No.
What?
You're kidding. Maybe Ebisu wanted to be your partner.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
No! What? I'm glad Noise finally ditched the heels, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ah! Heal the pie! You could learn something. Oh my god!
Wow.
This is amazing! Yes! Oh.
Maybe they've been next to you
Right
this
next to
whole time?
all of them. Yes! Yes! Don't make fun of me by saying, are you making fun of me? Yep. Yep.
リスをさらいに来た女だ。この女は時を操る魔法使いだ。
Yep.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's
She's in the
undoing
same-
the... Oh. Wait, what?
Whoa.
二階堂、君はもう逃れられないのか。
What is this episode?
Yeah.
So much stuff is happening.
二階堂くんは魔法使いだしね。
もう隠すことはねえだろ。
Yeah, we all know.
魔女狩りしようってわけじゃねえんだから。
Oh.
Oh shit.
近づかない方がいいよ。
Oh my god.
Well, shit.
Wait.
No
What?
way.
What? And now we get a new ED?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take a Kikurage ED any day, yeah.
And Ebisu was the other partner
course,
application.
yep.
But because she thought there was another one other than her, she was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just wait here with them to see who shows up, right?"
Yeah.
But the other one was him, so
she's like, okay, now I can say, 'cause
right, it was me.
It was me, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's sweet. Because Ebisu's probably like, you know, I don't think you'd necessarily want me even, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so you'll probably choose whoever else shows up. Mm-hmm. But like, okay, fine, it was me. Yeah. Aww. Party. Damn.
I love this show. It's just so much fun.
So chaotic.
And I love that Kaiman unintentionally saved Shin. Like,
Right? Yes.
and then Noi just sits down on his body while the dog and Ebisu eat the meat pie. My God.
God, this episode
I
was
love this
so
show
chaotic
so much.
and fun.
Like
Every episode just
it
adds
just
a fun new
pops,
flavor
like,
for it.
yeah,
You know?
well-
This time we had meat pie flavor. We had, dropped on the ground gyoza flavor.
mushroom ramen flavor
Mushroom
while
ramen flavor.
listening to N sing an impassioned song about mushrooms.
Dame,
Like,
mushroom yo.
this-
Dame, mushroom
And I love
yo.
that it's like, oh yeah, I run a mushroom shop. That's how I started out. I wasn't always the super powerful. I mean, always super powerful, but
Well, at that time, that was
Right.
just one of his businesses, so that wasn't his true origins.
Oh, sure. But this is, further along when like he's, or further back when, he's actually managing the place himself and things like that,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
Maybe it was just a passion project. Who knows, right?
yeah,
But
exactly.
But my God, all the little things that were in this episode that were like brought full circle, that were repeated, like the fact that Kaiman's just walking around and then, Noi's cage just hits him in the back of the head because they're going away with her. And then later they hit him again, and this time it's Shin. And like he inadvertently rescues Shin, right? Which is just amazing. The fact that Shin actually got captured is pretty amazing in and of itself. We got backstory
yes.
for Shin and Noi,
How they met. Yep.
which was fantastic. I love it.
He was a dine and dasher.
Yep,
And-
exactly. She healed his
Yeah.
arms because they were rotted. It's like, yep, totally makes sense, right? There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Like that's great stuff. It shows how they complement each other and
Yep.
help each other. And
Exactly.
then her saving him at the expense of her training, her testing because she used her magic, which just the fact that
was
that,
because he saved her from the
blast.
explosion from Baku. Yeah.
Right, and the fact that even exists, like a test to become a demon, and it
Yeah.
was working, and wait, what?
What was going to
What?
happen there?
Like that's
She was literally turning into a devil.
Yeah.
She had ears, or the horns and the tail.
Yep. And they were small at that point, but that was still with 3 days left. Like that was still incomplete. Like
Yeah.
so okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane. And then, we have Kaiman's boss and, the employees following him around and being like, what? You abandoned the shop and all this stuff? You're fired. Oh, hey, don't you mess with our employee, right? Like, and then turning, I think it was Baku into a pie, right? Or no,
Right?
it was Yaku.
was
Baku
Yaku.
got
It was
exploded, but turning Yaku into a pie, who then gets eaten by the dog and Ebisu. And then Ebisu doing a partner application for Fujita, but then Fujita also did a partner application for himself, so there's the miscommunication of Ebisu being like, all right, I'll wait to see who shows up.
Who's the second one?
Who's the second one? Because I'll let them have priority, I guess.
He thinks that there's no one showing up when I showed up just now, and he doesn't even ask if it was me because I've just stuck around him all the time.
Yeah,
so
but
I guess,
but there was a second one, and then wait, the second one was you? Oh, okay, then.
Baka.
Well, then here's the copy
you
of
go.
the one that I sent. All right, and then.
And then Noi immediately can
Pulling
tell,
off
like,
the mask.
you like him, don't you? Rips off that bright red.
Yep.
I love it. Oh, I love
fantastic.
these characters.
They're so good.
They're so
They're
goofy
so good,
and
like-
stupid.
Yep.
And I love them so much.
Oh my God! But
so sweet.
then Anne apparently can do some crazy scry, remote conjuring, like summons a monster out of Nikaido just
because she was in his
because-
mansion and cleared a specific set of conditions.
Right, I think it's because she got affected by his smoke at one point.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah.
Right. So then he's like, okay, I'll do this, and then okay, and we got the hard confirmation that Nikaido is the one with the time magic, which all right, and then Risu has a body now because Risu was nearby when Noi was like, all right, I'm finally out of the magic suppressing box, so I'm going to heal myself instantly, and gets caught in the blast radius. All of a sudden he has a body. He almost, like, him and Nikaido meet like multiple times, like you know, passing by, and then like, oh wait, we pass each other, then we turn and we're like, make eye contact.
Wait. Nikaido?
Or sorry,
You meant
Risu.
Kaiman.
Risu and Kaiman. Yeah.
Risu and
Kaiman.
Kaiman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass each other, and then they're like, wait, hold on. There's a connection. Turn, make eye contact. Hey, Kaiman, get over here. okay. And then they just keep going, what?
Okay, what I think is really like important that we glean from this is that this is kind of the writer just having a bit of comedy.
Yes.
Just here. This is all for the sake of comedy, of showing all of them bumping into each other in ways where they don't know that they're bumping into who they're bumping into.
Yep.
But the idea that Risu doesn't know who Kaiman is, I think is really important to kind of analyze here. Because that means, in my opinion, that there is a lack of intention with regards to Risu's actions that led to Kaiman existing.
Right, yeah.
And that is really, really telling. Because that means that this wasn't something that he meant to have happen. So we can almost disconnect entirely Risu from the actions that led to Kaiman basically waking up in that alley.
Right. Which makes a lot of sense given the fact that
then
Risu was surprise attacked when he was still alive, and then that's the last thing that he remembers, kind of a thing.
Right, but then why does Kaiman exist at all?
So, something that someone else did. Probably the demon worshippers, people with the star eyes or the plus eyes or whatever.
It's just in something here where this kind of contradicts in my mind some things that I think I've accepted to be true.
Okay.
Which means I have to literally go back and look at some of the things that I've accepted commonly regarding how these two characters kind of ended up of there and stuff. Yeah. But puns aside, I'm like dead serious here. There's some shenanigans then. Because, like...
Darn, you'll have to go back and rewatch Dorohedoro.
No, I already have rewatched a bunch of episodes and stuff, but they should connect the dots on some level. One of them should.
Well, no, so I think
because Risu's
there's a lot of different
thing
layers
is
to
inside
it.
him.
No, so there's a lot of layers to it, but I think the entity inside Kaiman is different than Risu. Because
it has to be. That's the thing, though.
Right, and
it's
especially
not Risu.
Right, and given that at the very least, even if it was Risu, there would have been a schism that happened where now there's even if it was a copy of Risu, right?
There's two Risus.
There's two Risus at the very least, even if it's not someone different, right? But given that Risu did not intend for this to happen, it was something that was done to Risu because apparently he was a good candidate or something.
Yep.
There we go. We have this here, right?
Exactly.
And then as far as Kaiman's whole situation, like I love how much the characters don't know themselves, but we know the audience, right? Because like Kaiman doesn't even know what the face of the person on the inside. Well, wait, does he know what he looks like? No, he does.
He should.
Wait.
Well,
actually, no. Hold on. I think he
might
does.
He? Well, we'll hold on to that.
Right. But there's all of this different miscommunication and things like that. And now Risu has a body, right? Which like okay, that's a thing, right? So
doesn't his body also seem a little bit small?
I think that might have just been compared to Kaiman.
But wasn't Kaiman's body supposed to be his?
Okay, well, all right. So
or maybe we assumed.
We assume it's his, but I think it probably is his. But here's one of the ways that I could see it being different. One, body types are not rigid, right? So
that's true.
So it could be something
Shin,
where,
for instance, got swole.
So apparently,
yes.
So like that's something. But then there's also the idea that
Noi could just heal herself to swollenness, though.
Probably, yeah. She could just work out forever and just constantly heal her muscles. So
or her and Shin have some really sweaty muscle building sessions.
No, Shin is totes a virgin.
Shin could tear his muscles intentionally, and she could heal them back up.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And they would get stronger.
But
this is like some Fate stuff here.
I mean, hey, I'm all for going into the fan fiction territory with you.
Get smoky.
But an idea that I had is if
turn out the lights. Hey, you ship them too.
Of course. I have no problem shipping whatsoever. But one of the things I could also see it potentially being is that if Kaiman was basically an experiment to create like this super body host, whatever.
Right, that was
thing.
the original theory I think we had
Right.
really early because he's immune to magic.
Right, and whatever the details surrounding it are, I feel like that's still kind of what was being done. It just might be a bit more complicated.
So then Risu is a victim here.
Yes, definitely. I believe so. And if
Then
and I think that could also explain why the bodies are so different, because Kaiman's basically
Right.
this, hulked out Terminator.
yeah, so I think what we can kind of go with here. Risu had head and body separated. As we know in this world, you don't need to be fully a body with all,
Right.
everything parts in order to survive.
We have a head completely crushed that then the body decides to then do
cast a spell.
Cast the spell.
So
yeah.
they visually portrayed that it's very hard to kill someone fully in this world.
Right.
If Risu basically has the whole thing of his body and his head being split, what might be inside Kaiman is the soul, if you will, of Risu that would naturally just remain, in that way. Whatever. But there might be some magic done to specifically the body of Risu, the original body, that has the attributes that give it the magic immunity and all that kind of stuff, like specifically.
Okay.
Kaiman gets the lizard head basically for, whatever thing, that's Ebisu stuff. That's
right,
Ebisu
right,
stuff.
exactly.
That's why he has the memory issues, is that it's basically the
Different head.
personality in the head overriding the whole thing there, because he's essentially a new being.
Right.
It's
Although
the
we
idea
did,
that the meat pie overrode basically everything of Yaku. So if the meat pie was sentient for whatever reason, it wouldn't be a meat pie
Right.
Yaku. It would be a meat pie being like, why is my life mean?
And-
What is life?
and yet
do I
the-
have a soul?
the
Should
thing
I
that-
exist?
the thing that always like gives me pause is the fact that when they examined the head
Yes.
or the brain of Kaiman, right, the brain seemed fairly normal, right? It was when they opened the mouth that shit got weird.
Well,
so
I still think that at that point there, Nikaido did time stuff.
I don't think so.
So
I don't think so.
So where did the head go, man? Where did the head go?
That's part of the mystery. No, because we've had too many moments within Nikaido's first person perspective in her head and everything. We know that she's like, no, I'm never going to use magic
Never gonna use
again.
my magic,
You
yeah.
know. So I cannot believe that she would do that there, especially when she's
Well, then
such
we
good
just-
friends with Kaiman. She
Yeah.
would have no reason to hide stuff like that.
There is
right?
nothing in the story that gives a decent enough explanation as to what happened there, except we have this glaringly big one that could explain a whole bunch of things. And while it's, I would say, a bit excessive to attribute it to too many things.
There is a thing called mystery.
There's a thing called mystery, but I will just say there is nothing better of an explanation that is present in the story right now for that other than time shenanigans.
From a mechanical standpoint, yes.
Yes,
From
that's
a
what I'm
character
meaning.
standpoint, though, not in the slightest.
See, that's the thing. That's
Not in the slightest.
That's the thing. We don't know everything about Nikaido, just as
No.
much as we don't know everything about Kaiman. Why does Kaiman exist? So we have to ask questions. That's
Yes,
yeah.
but there's just no way. Like
That's too limited, Jacob. The no way thing is
Okay.
There's a possibility that I'm right.
sure, there's a possibility that you're right, and if that ended up happening, that
Right.
would basically be completely changing Nikaido as a character, unless there was some other external extenuating circumstance that we have no reason to believe there would be, right? Because she's been trying to help him figure this out too, right? And at points when we saw her first person perspective, so we know there wouldn't be deception on that regard, right? So
I would say that personally, whenever you involve time shenanigans, you have to stop looking at
Yes,
things.
you-
You
yeah.
have to stop looking at things causally.
yeah, because shit gets weird.
Not
But,
only
like,
could shit get weird, you could have a Nikaido from the future literally coming in and doing this stuff, and present Nikaido has no idea that that's
Potentially,
a thing.
yeah.
So just
like,
saying, if you have time stuff,
then
you can't assume where the character is at the current point.
Yes. But I just want to point out as a point of reference, because I think even when she was going through En's estate and she was fighting Noi and then she disappeared.
Yeah.
That might not have been her using time magic or anything like that. That could have just been her getting away. But
possibly,
because as a comparison point for how much she will just not use her magic.
How she said it specifically to the devil.
Right.
She was interacting.
She
with,
won't even use it to help Kaiman, her best friend. So she's like, it would really take a beyond extenuating circumstance to get her to actually use it.
Yes. I very much agree, except for the fact that we now have to, since we have confirmed now. Confirmed. They've doubly confirmed it. Nikaido can use time. She's a time sorcerer.
Right.
That means any point in Nikaido's life, ever, time muckery could be happening.
Yes.
Based on another point in Nikaido's life.
And this is one of the things that, like, I love that the show is doing this. They've confirmed that she has time magic. We still don't know what the hell that means.
We don't know what that means.
Because there are so many, like, we've talked about this before, but there are so many ways that time alteration can happen.
Right.
And the fact that it's based on, like, actual physical smoke, it's like that just seems weird, considering that time is this, the universe, like, altering, like, thing, like,
could be transmuted into smoke, basically.
Or that it would happen in a specific location,
Right. So we don't know how that works.
Right.
So I would assume let's not limit how it can work, because we know how mushrooms apparently work in this world, which means they can be used for anything.
Just about anything. And
so,
it helps explain why N is so passionate about mushrooms, because if I could do some crazy summon a mushroom monster off of someone that I used my magic on once, and then make mushrooms on my face and scry through that, like, that mushroom, like, I'd think they were pretty dope too.
It's so good.
Like,
and you would sing romantic songs about
that's
them.
Right.
You'd get into that baritone, soul voice. It's beautiful. Oh yeah. So.
Baka shitakai.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's really good. So Nikaido is going to be one that we're looking at through the lens of confirmation that she has time magic.
And the fact that N is doing this means he could theoretically get Nikaido here, and then, like, he has the information, so he knows who she is, so that is a huge permanent progression for him, regardless whether he ends up being able to apprehend her here. But even if he does apprehend her here, or
partner with her,
right, but because he specifically wants to partner with her, if the Blue Festival ends up being over by the time she gets there, well, then nothing can truly happen on that regard, right? Unless he can have some special deal with devils or things like that, which, who knows, maybe.
Yeah, but I would assume Nikaido's will has to be in play there.
Well, they did mention that you can knock someone out and then make them your partner forcefully.
Oh no, that's right.
And that's why they were going after
shoot.
Noi
well, then
and
this is
Shin.
really bad.
Yeah,
because
but if the festival's over, that helps. But regardless, it can be something where then Nikaido is then brought into, like, the same general locations as the rest of the characters, because like, I totally understand why Kaiman split. He's a baka for doing it, but I understand it, right? But this could be a way to then bring them all back into the same space. That way we can have even more crazy antics and chance encounters and whatnot.
Yeah. So do you think Nikaido would use her abilities to keep someone else from being able to tap into, partner with her? Basically, in some ways, if someone else could have access to her abilities in some way, in the most remote
for that,
possible way.
I think she might. Yeah,
that would be worth it?
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm not positive about that, because we still don't know why Nikaido has promised not to use her magic.
I think it's because she's used it before and it had devastating consequences.
I'm guessing.
That's a very common thing for anyone that mucks with
That's
time.
a very simple explanation that they can go with, and it would totally make sense.
Yeah.
But given that we don't know whether it's something where it's I fear the power of my own magic, or if it's a, like, I personally made a vow or something like that. Like who knows what it can end up being.
How hard the decision is. Yeah.
Right. What is the internal motivation behind
Concrete.
it? Yeah.
Motivation, the why.
Because then we can see if the, someone else potentially partnering with you, does that make it so that, okay, I have to break my own rule for the sake of the rule,
Sure.
But, yeah.
And given that if she has the limitless possibilities with time magic, given that mushrooms have this kind of limitless possibility, which I think this is the genius of the show's visual storytelling, is that all the stuff that we get that is kind of like set up is basically loosening our mental elasticity, basically.
Right.
Or it's giving us more mental elasticity so that when we go into
disbelief,
like crazier, cooler stuff. I said cooler, cooler.
I mean, a lot of it will probably be cruel. Yeah.
Right. We're basically more willing to accept it because we've seen all these other things.
Right. The magic can do everything. You do your hand waving and then the thing happens, right? It's a loose magic system, but it works because we have enough of understanding of what the limitations of each of the individual people can do.
Exactly.
But then they're constantly also being broken of like, hey, apparently N can do this mushroom stuff. So, that's a new understanding. And because it's all wacky and fun, we hold it loosely enough that it can still be added to and changed and whatnot as the story goes on.
And given that Nikaido is such a main character in terms of how she was introduced in the story and stuff like that, her magic is going to be used.
Yep.
Like, it is 100% going to be used in some way that Kaiman will probably be aware of, like eventually.
Right.
And it will be something that will be, important to the story. So this kind of mad night of chaos where the magic is just going hog wild everywhere, and we see how all these characters end up bouncing into each other. From another actual context, this feels actually like foreshadowing for time magic being used, because it's the thing of how if you were to muck with time, you could end up having a butterfly effect of all these people bumping into each other and causing things that you didn't necessarily intend to have happen.
Yes, all the things of like, I get hit with the box that has, Noi in it, and then I end up accidentally saving Shin, and then Noi sits on Shin. That very much seems like time muckery has happened, and now continuity, all these little things sort of, stack up together, and you see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing of where all the stuff that happened in the beginning led to Ebisu becoming partners here, potentially with Fujitora. Fujita. Yeah. That's a different story.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Assuming that there wasn't any problems with her running off embarrassed, and then it's like, no, we actually have to go to the place and sign the contract.
I honestly really want them to be the ones that go up there, like no one else, but them to be the ones that go up there so that we can get the fresh perspective of people that have no idea what's probably up there.
Right, because Shin and Noi, they'd probably just be like, oh, sup, yeah, we're here again. Can we do the thing?
Exactly. So there's a lot of also little things that happen this episode that I feel like bear just noting and making sure that we're tracking with them.
Armor for one.
Well, armor was fantastic. That little bit with Shin and Noi was fantastic. But I also love that in this instance here, it feels a little bit funky to say, but Noi looks huge.
And then when
she gets out of the armor,
she's like tiny,
shorter than him too.
Right. She's shorter than him and all that stuff. And also because there was the point when she was talking with I think he was like a devil or something like that, or just like some crazy hulked out sorcerer.
Yeah.
And he was like towering above her, and then it's like, wait a minute, when she was in her armor, wasn't she like a lot bigger? But
that armor can make you look bigger, so that makes sense in general.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wanted to bring up N's little comment about after Shin is like, oh, you're some kind of big shot, and he's like, well, what's with that tone? I know many devils. Which feels like one of those casual threats that the big mafia businessman kind of makes, where he's like, I have 100 men in my employ. I am worth this much. And
I have many connections with devils. And
exactly.
Is that how people often determine power among the super higher ups or whatever?
That's my thought, right? Yeah. Is what if the idea of him knowing many devils is the idea of, well, wait a minute, what's a devil? Because if a human can transform into a devil by going through training, and there's physical differences in humans that have sorcery, but they can also like modify themselves. Starting to see the whole transmutation of the magic thing as actually being something that might be the reason why, like the whole devil's relationship with the humans might be the reason why it's all transmutation magic ultimately.
Sure.
It's like it's smoke that turns into something else. So I just that felt a little bit like, oh, little casual world building there, but the idea that then Noi is the focus for, she's at the church right now.
Which the church, okay, all right.
But what kind of church is this that it's basically looking like a dead construction building with crosses coming out of it, and she's ascending it to feed a devil bat. Some kind of fruit at the top of the tree. This feels very like religious symbolism. Kind of like where it's too abstract to be taken literally, you know?
Right, but it definitely feels like like why is it a fruit? Is this like a forbidden fruit kind of analogy?
It's Garden of Eden.
Right, exactly. But like, I love the aesthetic of this show.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic of this show is so awesome, and I love that something with as wacky as this show gets, it can still, for the big stuff, go back to something as simple as, oh, devils, and go to the tree and get the fruit or whatever and feed it to the devil, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I also, you're gonna hate me for being this kind of anal about something like this specific here.
Oh boy.
But the shot of the armored hand that looks like it's clawed, reaching out to the fruit, plucking it, and then you realize it's not even really like fruit. It looks like just a ball of liquid, like with a little like gelatin like around it. Like look at how it like jiggles. Like
I thought you were gonna say it looked like a tomato.
I don't think it looks like any like actual real fruit.
I thought it just looked like a tomato.
Hey, it could be a tomato, but
I mean not actually, but yeah.
But I feel like this was more of a rite rather than like a rite or a ritual rather than a
for sure, yeah,
an arbitrary piece of fruit that's on an arbitrary building.
No, it's
as climb to make an arbitrary physical task.
Yeah, right. Do the physical task while maybe the 150 kilograms of armor was optional because no one just likes to be extra, But
it's
like
just to prove she has the physical capacity to become a devil.
Sure, yeah. But then it's ascend the thing, get the thing, feed it to the other thing. Like, it's there's at the very least a union of sorts that is happening here between Noi and this devil because she is providing sustenance, right?
Yep.
Which at the very least goes to show that there's a lack of hostility, right? Like there's sort of an acceptance almost. Like this is the kind of thing that you would expect someone to do for like their child or something like that, right? So the fact that Noi's doing this here, it's like, okay.
So go with me on this crackpot theory here.
All right.
Her and the devil are forming a partnership. This is where the devil and her are going to fuse, basically. And this thing here is basically, like, by her choosing it, it's like, this is my heart now. You can now, engorge yourself on it.
Okay.
And then the idea then that the devil is never a part of the training after this. But she's got let me go back to see if this is right here. Then
her training has entered its final stage.
We have this like arch devil, like someone who looks really serious.
Not like a little imp or something like that, but like
who phases into existence here.
Yeah, just like
En tells this to Noi that her training has entered its final stage. Someone who I almost want to say in a weird way, En is probably on the other side of this wall here because he's not allowed to see him.
Oh, okay.
Now, En is considered to be like one of the top dogs in the world of like sorcerers and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I know many devils.
Right.
But you can't even be in the...
Well...
I mean, maybe you could, but it's a cool shot, but...
Yes, it's a super cool shot. It has tons of mystery and things like that, but one of the other things... And who knows, maybe he had to kill the person, like, to summon the devil, or who knows.
Sure, possibly.
Right? But one of the things I want to point out here is that in this situation, Noi, the cousin of En, is the one that's going through the training to become a devil, right?
Right.
Why isn't En doing that? Now, maybe he has no interest, right? He's more grounded in the stuff that's going on down here, and things like that. But this doesn't have to be what it is. But there is a part of me that would be suspicious of, is this happening because Noi is the experiment of you turn into a devil first, and then if it goes well, then maybe I will? Totally doesn't have to be that at all, right?
Yeah,
but then...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
But then we see the devil there, and the wall that's there, it could be the, I'm not allowed to look at this thing, but it could also be the thing of the, I know many devils, but I keep a healthy separation. Like, I don't get too close to them.
Yeah. We get to see also Noi as, like, a little girl here, but I think it's actually more just to show how big the devil is.
I think so, too, yeah.
In that she's, like...
Like,
okay,
she was big
I'm
in the
ready.
armor, but this devil is
huge. And it's like the final part of your training starts here. You absolutely cannot use magic for a year. Now, what I think that is, because we know that there is a specific, like vascular system or what have you, that the smoke kind of goes through and stuff like that. The physical difference between the
there is the smoke
and humans.
vein and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. What if it's a thing of where it's like, okay, to undergo the final bit of the transformation, we can't have those veins be active.
Sure, because it could muck up with the whatever.
The physical kind of stuff and what have you.
Yeah.
So I think this was a very good, like, near miss for Noi, basically. And the idea that Shin saved her from the explosion also potentially saved her from whatever it would have meant to become a devil.
Right, because it's clearly not just something where you become a devil and you continue on with your life just as a devil, because they mentioned, like, oh, if you become a devil, then we won't be able to see each other anymore, kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, her red eyes might have something to do with just her general aesthetic, but maybe that's something left over from the partial transformation.
Yeah. But man, oh man, this episode was so good.
Yeah, it's chock full of stuff. Kaiman getting, like, just kind of pinballed around by everything too was just hilarious.
And we now know what it takes for Kaiman's spikes to be damaged.
True.
It takes a very heavy box with a very thick Noi going very fast, or decently fast, and slamming him in the back of the head. There we go.
Yeah.
And also,
oh my gosh,
I loved how after Noi like heals herself back, it's like the clothes are like just barely like covering the important bits, but she's just standing there all like, okay,
Noi's back.
Yeah, Noi's back. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I wonder what happened to Yaku and Baku. Where are they? I don't know. And then munch. Like,
okay, so Ebisu and Fujita are going to rush up to the building to sign the contract and stuff. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah,
I want that in the next episode.
Oh yeah,
I want
that's
that to be
great.
Just like, oh, and now we're leaving the building and we already did the contract and stuff.
Also, another thing that I just have to mention: the sorcerer that shows up to N,
the clown.
Yes. And he's like, Sir N, please become my part. Mushrooms. Like, oh my god.
Like, it's the idea of the level, like, 1, wizard coming up to the level 20 wizard.
Right?
It's like, please, let me apprentice under you. Just, not even use, like, a 5th level spell on him. Just a really
just swatted, basically. Just like, you're annoying me, and now you're dead, right? Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Also, this bit here is a very quick bit. Once Nikaido has the little mushroom put in the voodoo doll of her, the devil that was talking to her
way back when,
the one with the mohawk,
is
says,
like, you can't escape them anymore.
Nikaido, you can't escape them anymore.
Yeah, which is like,
It's like, whoa.
That's curious.
Yeah, very, very curious.
On the gyoza that was left on the plate, because Kaiman's not there.
Yeah. And I'm glad that Nikaido is by the doctors here.
Oh, for sure.
So she'll need some healing, basically.
Probably.
Rather soon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that mushroom thing can do, but...
Yeah, it might just have his abilities. Like, it might be an avatar of
That would
N.
be terrifying.
And
that would be
have to fight
actually
it.
terrifying.
Shocking! Oh, but okay, y'all, there's so much in this episode, but that's it for this one. Like, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. It was so much fun. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Info for it's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.